How you all doing today? Welcome back to part two, the children of perdition. Um, and last time we discussed what the children of perdition was. Um, so we know that the perdition, it refers to eternal damnation, suffering, endless periods of time or death, the utter loss of a soul or of final happiness in a future state, future misery, eternal death, spiritual death, um, state of being lost, outside of God's covering, under God's wrath and judgment, eternal damnation, hell, uh, you know, all these things. And so I mentioned before about Black people ushering in the Antichrist. And a lot of people don't like when I say that, but if you take a step back and you're not emotional, you'll see what I'm saying. We're going to we looked at last week, Kamala Harris going to uh, New Birth, Black church here in outside of Atlanta in Conyers on the east side. Anyway, Kamala Harris is going in there and she's getting praised by everyone in the church. Now, the pastor of the church, Jamal Bryant, he has already said that Christ was in error for 85% of his life. He also, Senator Warnock, said that Christ would approve of abortion. Jamal Bryant also supports abortion. Kamala Harris, obviously the czar, not just the border, but of women's wombs. She is the czar of abortion. So Reverend Warnock in Atlanta, for abortion. Jamal Bryant, for abortion. Black women lead the world in abortion. Kamala Harris, czar of abortion. So what I'm telling you is that for the most part, the Black church is already consenting to child sacrifice to Satan. Most Black churches consent to saying that Satan can have these babies. So when I say that Black folks are going to usher in the Antichrist, what I mean is, what is Black culture and what is the Black church and what is the the liberation theology and what is the liberal world order and what is the Democratic Party? All those things come together and they form a red carpet for the Antichrist. Now, I'm not saying that Republicans are perfect. I'm not saying that white people are perfect. But what I am saying is the culture, what you call Black culture, what you call the Black church are synonymous. What you call the Black church and what you call Black culture are synonymous with the Democratic Party. What the Democratic Party is synonymous with the liberal world order. And what the liberal world order is synonymous with is the Antichrist. So if you do a survey and you survey most Black people are okay with abortion. The most moral issue we have today is abortion. And so this is why they're pushing this thing so heavily, because they need the Black community to be on board with abortion. Yeah, I feel a lot better. Thank you for asking, Agonis. What's up, Miss Reed? Oh, thank you so much, Miss Reed. I appreciate it. Thank you. To your daughter, I said, what's up? And so what I'm saying is that this is not really a racial thing more than it is a spiritual thing. And I talk about each group of people having their influence on the world. Black people's influence is Black people's gift is influence. I'm sorry. People's gifts that they have, as far as white people, Asian people, Hispanic people, Black people. White people's gifts is organization and structure. Hispanics gifts are family. Asian gifts are blind allegiance, obedience. Black people's gifts are influence. And so that's why they're the target to push all of these agendas in the world. If you look at any agenda in the world, you're going to see Black people tied to it. The only way you can push it is to have Black folks tied to it. And so when I tell you that Black folks are going to usher in the Antichrist, I'm telling you this for a reason. I'm telling you that what they're trying to get you to consent to is alignment with the Antichrist. So when it comes to social justice, when it comes to Black Lives Matter, when it comes to Marxism, communism, when it comes to any of these things, oppression, slavery, all of these narratives and all of these movements equal the Antichrist. And so when they tell you that you're fighting on behalf of Black people, what you're really fighting on is the behalf of the Antichrist. Now, the enemy is clever, so Satan is not going to show you himself and say, fight for me. No, he's going to use something that you will think is a good cause. So you think it's a good cause to fight for Black people, but you never sit back and think, what am I actually fighting for? What can't Black people do? And then they make you feel guilty about feeling this way, but ask yourself, what can't Black people do? Black people have their own universities. They have representation in every facet of society. They have their own communities. They have a whole history month. They have niches in Hollywood entertainment. Like Black people are everywhere in the world. So if I just stick to America, Black people are in every facet of society in America. So my question is, what can't Black people do? He stimulated students. On here, he stimulated students. Let me see. On here, he stimulated students, but on social media, he is the real ISO. Anyway, but let me get started. So again, back to my question, what are you actually fighting for? If you are fighting for a cause for another group of people, you must truly examine, is the cause righteous? And the cause can only be righteous if what's going on is actually what you think it is. And I can tell you right now, in this world, the devil deals with illusions. There's an old saying, believe none of what you hear and half of what you see. But let's get started. Let's get started.
We got President.
No, that's not it.
Should never again stand behind the seal.
That's not it. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to. I got two clips, but are these clips? Let me see. Hold on.
And the great thing about living in a democracy is that we, the people, have the power in the earliest stages of our lives. had those moments where it has been revealed to us our power. And we should never let anyone take our power from us or in any way try to convince us we are powerless. And so I say, as we move forward, let us look at where we are and understand the lesson of the Gospel of Luke. Because right now, each of us has an opportunity to make a difference. In this moment, our country is at a crossroads. And where we go from here is up to us, as Americans and as people of faith. And now we ask a question. We face this question. What kind of country do we want to live in? A country of chaos, fear, and hate, or a country of freedom, compassion, and justice?
So, Kamala Harris is at a church and she's talking. Now, Jamal Bryant has the obvious communist fist gripping the cross. Again, this is liberation theology, not based on the actual gospel. It's based on Marxism, socialism, and a bunch of foolishness. But notice you have this mega church. You have Kamala Harris, who literally stands for abortion. She literally told the people that, you know, you at the wrong rally. I'm talking about Jesus Christ is Lord. And she's also for the trans children. So again, what she represents in front of this pulpit and in front of this church lets you know where the black church is. I'm not making this up. You have Marxism, you have the Democratic Party, you have the liberal ideology, you have the LGBTQ movement, you have black culture, you have all these things in a pot swirling around. And so this is what black people have created, this new religion that embodies politics. It excludes the gospel, to get that out. But this new religion embodies everything of the world. So it embodies social justice. It embodies, and again, they're going to add climate change to this. You're going to see pastors in church preaching about climate change, telling you that the white man is destroying the environment. That's what they're going to tell you. And they're going to tell you that the areas hit hardest by climate change are people of color. So they're going to tell you that climate changing is racist too. So I'm just letting you know that what black folks have created is a new religion, and it's actually the one world religion, because this new religion they're creating encompasses everything of the world. It encompasses social justice. It encompasses the gender ideology, the gender identification. It encompasses all the sexuality stuff. It encompasses the politics. It encompasses the liberal theology. It encompasses the Marxism / communism. It encompasses the climate change. I thought the one world religion was, you know, when they combine the Islam and Christianity and the Judaism. No, this is the one world religion, because this one world religion is going to be a quote unquote fight against what they believe the world to be. And really what they're saying is the world is just ran by white people. I had an argument with somebody and I said, in 2024, I said, please tell me, what are white people running? I said, white folks don't run China. White folks don't run Africa. White folks don't run India. I just named you 4 nations, and that's about almost 5 billion people. White folks don't run it. I said, so tell me what white folks run. So again, all of this is in the illusion that white people are running something. So they're going to use this to, again, lay out the red carpet for the Antichrist. That's what this is for. This is to give you a non-deniable religion. How can you argue against social justice? How can you argue against the fight against climate change? How can you argue with somebody being how they were born? it's going to be hard to argue, you know, these talking points.
That question. So let us answer, not just through our words, but through our action and with our votes. When we come across our brothers and sisters in need, let us, as the Good Samaritan did, see in the face of a stranger a neighbor. And let us recognize that when we shine the light in moments of darkness, it will guide our feet into the path of peace. And let us remember that while weeping may endure for a night, joy cometh in the morning. Thank you. May God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America. Thank you all very much.
And it's just so sacrilegious because, like on cue, just like dogs in a kennel, as soon as she says, weepeth may endure, they all start. And again, most Black folks are none the wiser to what's going on because most of them have been given over to a reprobate mind. Most Black folks can't even conceptualize what I'm even saying right now because they've already been given over. Now, just keep in mind, if a person is given over to reprobate mind, they were literally begging God to be let go. Listen to what I'm telling you. When God gives a person over, it's not just God saying, I'm giving you over. It's the person telling God, I'm done. Let me go. Let me go out and be a part of the world. This is what people are. So Black folks being reprobate is because of their choice. It's not because they were tricked or deceived. None of that stuff. They chose. They said, God, we want to be of the world. They said, give me my inheritance now so I can go into the world like the prodigal son. The only problem is they're not coming back. The masses of Black people will not be saved. They just won't be. And it's not because I'm saying it, because I'm speaking death. I'm telling you that what they have created, the only thing that's going to save them is the very thing they left. Their only saving grace was Christ. Once they abandon Christ, it's over. It's nothing anybody can do for them. So these folks are in a church right now. Again, they're in a church. They're listening to a communist standing at a podium with a communist fist on it, preaching at a mega church to Black people. And Black folks have no idea of what's going on. So when I say they're going to usher in the Antichrist, I'm trying to ask people, how are they not going to do it? If the Antichrist shows up and says, I'm Democrat, Black folks are hooked. I'm just saying.
Of the President of the United States should never again stand behind the seal of the President of the United States. Never again. Never again. Never again. Of standing behind the seal of the President of the United States. Never again. Never again. Never again.
Hugo Lopez said, how is it that these churches don't lose their 501(c) status, tax exemption status by bringing political figures into the church? It's a good question. That's a great question. That is a great question. But again, Kamala Harris, she is the perfect candidate for what this world is today. Completely fake, completely false, completely full of lies. She is what the world deserves. She is whatever she needs to be at the moment. But I guarantee you, if she becomes president, she will consistently be a dictator. She may play the chameleon role now, but if she gets in office, she's going to consistently be a dictator. She's going to consistently be communist, consistently be Marxist. She is not going to be a chameleon in office. And again, when Kamala Harris is in office, you're not going to be able to hold her accountable. Think about all the stuff that Joe Biden did, and look what happened. He got off scot-free. Think about everything that Joe Biden did, and he got off scot-free. Country in ruins, Joe Biden gets off scot-free, Kamala starts running, now it's back to being Trump's fault. Think about what they did. Joe Biden's ruining the country. He's not fit to lead. Get him out of there. Blame Trump. Pick Kamala. It's Trump's fault. It's crazy. I told you all 4 years ago, you're not going to be able to hold Joe Biden accountable because he got into office on ill-gotten gains. Kamala's going to be 1,000 times worse. You're not going to be able to hold her accountable. Y'all are telling me she's a woman and she's black. How you going to hold her accountable? Everything she does that's crazy and tyrannical, y'all just going to say, oh, y'all racist or you misogynist. Think about this. Think about she's going to be implementing the most insane, tyrannical stuff in the country. And folks are going to say, man, it's because she's a woman. Man, it's because she's black. Complete immunity. Joe Biden had complete immunity. Kamala Harris will have complete. Kamala Harris doesn't even have to answer a question. Think about this, all of you out there that are deaf, dumb, and blind. If Kamala Harris doesn't have to answer a question, what do you think is going to happen when she's president? If Kamala Harris doesn't have to even answer a question, what do you think will happen when she's the president? You know, I grew up thinking that black people were hip, that black folks knew what was going on. Black folks don't know. Matter of fact, black folks been lost in the sauce for quite a while. And you know why? Because to really navigate through this life, you got to have wisdom and you got to have discernment. And that's one thing that black folks lacked. And it may seem like they have wisdom and discernment, but they really don't. They don't. And it's proven by the leadership that black people select. If you look at all the black, first of all, even needing a black leader is a problem. Even needing a leader is a problem. Who are leader of the Indians? Who leads Native Americans? Who leads the Chinese? Who leads the Japanese? What other group of people need a leader? But black people need a leader. Lack of wisdom, lack of discernment. The fact that black folks say they need a leader is really an admission of they can't do this by themselves. That's what they're saying. We need someone to lead us. So the question is, if we go through our history, who have black folks picked that was a righteous leader? Not the person that said, I'm going to help y'all. Who is the person that black folks endorsed that was righteous? Nobody. the children of perdition. It is the children of perdition.
Start here.
Do you have a relationship with God?
Absolutely.
My
God is Muslim. My God is Allah. Are you Christian or?
I am Christian, but I personally believe there's one God, and you can serve Him how you choose to. So can you elaborate on your relationship with God?
I talk to Him every day. It's a work in progress, just like everybody. Am I faithful with my prayings and my dealings? I can't say I am, but I believe He loves me because how I am every day in everyday life. I give good to people, and that's what He asks. Be a good person. Give yourself back to the community and things like that, for sure.
I appreciate your vulnerability, saying where you lack. Thank you.
Any final questions between the two of you before we determine if this is a match?
I do. Do you have children?
I have no children.
Okay. Where do you live?
In New Jersey.
Okay.
Do you have kids?
I don't.
Where do you live?
I'm nomadic, so I work fully remote, and so I travel.
Okay. How do you feel about long distance?
I guess it would depend on the person.
So that means you're open to it.
Absolutely, and I travel, so I can be where I want to be,
For sure.
All right, y'all. So, is it going to be a yes for you for him?
Yes.
And is it a yes for you for her?
Yes.
Now, this interaction right here, if you go to the comments of this video, this proves, they say this statement that black women are going to save the world. If you find a black woman, listen to a black woman. If you get lost, find a black. If you are in any kind of situation where you need some divine help or revelation, the last person you should go to is a black woman. If you go to the comments of this video, black women have absolutely no idea of anything. The real ISO said lack of wisdom. First of all, and this is this new black religion. This is it. Now, this man said, now clearly, just based on how this man looks, and I don't care what y'all say, yes, judge a book by its cover. It's your job, if you want to sell a book, to make the cover look nice. It is what it is. It is so yes, judge a book by its cover. Yes. All that. Judge the book. I'm looking at the book, the inside, the back of the book, the cover, the notes, the introduction. Yeah, I'm judging the book. So I'm judging it. So just based on how he looks, he got a little bitty shirt on in the Gucci belt. So in tattoos. So I'm not saying that he's not a good man. I'm simply saying that there's elements of the culture that he is adhering to. There's elements of the culture that he's okay with. So my question is, how much of the culture is going to interfere with you all having a productive relationship? But let's just go into it real quick.
All right, let's start here.
Do you have a relationship with God?
Absolutely.
My
God is Muslim. My God is Allah.
This man said, my God is Muslim. My God is Allah. Think, my God is Muslim. My God is Allah. Now, he's telling you, he's boldly saying that my God is Muslim, my God is Allah. But listen to what he said after this, though.
Are you Christian or?
I am Christian, but I personally believe there's one God, and you can serve Him how you choose to.
Now, again, black woman said she was a Christian, but because she sees the man visually that she likes, she said, I'm gonna back off this whole Jesus thing. So again, If you listen to a black woman, 9 times out of 10, you screwed. Black women were the main ones pushing that shot. Black women were the main ones pushing that snake bite. They were the main ones. If you go back to 2020, 2021, black women went on a tear behind them snake bites. They were on a tear behind them snake bites, the mRNA. Black women went crazy behind that. Most black women got the mRNA in their body. They're not going to tell you this, but they got it. Because when them folks said you can't travel, well, that was it. Lose my job, oh, that was it. I can't cover these edges up, oh, that was it. So you see how fast she backed up off of that Jesus thing, because most of these women don't really believe in God. They don't. They don't have any faith. Why would they need faith when the world is giving them what they want? She got a career, job, house, car. Like, why would she need faith? Everything she wants, she can do it herself. Why does she need faith? She don't need faith. He asked her, was she a Christian? She said yes, but I believe that a person can choose how they serve God. In other words, I'll take a Muslim because I'm desperate and I'm wayward.
But so can you elaborate on your relationship with God?
I talk to him every day. It's a build. It's a work in progress, just like everybody. Am I faithful with my prayings and my dealings? I can't say I am, but I believe he loves me because how I am every day in everyday life. I give good to people, and that's what he asks. Be a good person, give yourself back to the community, and things like that, for sure.
Again, who believes what he's saying? Who believes, like, this is what I'm saying. Do you even believe what he's saying? My God is Muslim. My God is Allah, but I don't really follow him. But I believe he loves me because I do good to people. What is that? You boldly saying, I'm a Muslim, I follow Allah, but when I talk to you about it, you say, yeah, I don't really do like I'm supposed to, though. So my question is, who believes what he's saying? It doesn't matter. You know why? Because of the presentation, because of how he looks. He got the McQueen's on, he got the Gucci belt on, he got the little small Muslim shirt, little small Muslim polo on. He got the tattoos, he tall, he got the braids, he got the beard, he over 6 feet, he got the 6-pack, he got everything they want. So who you think she gonna pick? You think she gonna pick this dude right here? Or she gonna pick Jesus? Who, the average black woman, who you think they gonna pick? Him or Jesus? Who do you think black women gonna pick? Him or Jesus? The average. Over 6 feet, let's just say 6 feet, 6 figures, and a 6-pack. Who do you think most black women are gonna pick? Him or Jesus? We got a small announcement. Angel Weeks, I made an announcement earlier, but I see a few coming in and want to let you all know that I have merch now. Please check me out when you can, okay? Thanks in advance. So Angel Wings has some merchandise she's selling. I don't see the first post. All right, my bad, here it goes. Here goes the link right here. Okay. So again, let's continue.
I appreciate your vulnerability, saying where you lack. Thank you.
Any final questions between the two of you before we determine if this is a match?
I do. Do you have children?
I have no children.
Okay. Where do you live?
in New Jersey.
Okay.
Do you have kids?
I don't.
Where do you live?
I'm nomadic, so I work fully remote. So
This girl said, I'm nomadic. Ma'am, you are not nomadic. You work online and you're able to stay places based on if you can afford to stay there. A nomadic person, if she loses her job, she's just homeless. A nomadic person can't be homeless because nomads will get up and go. So a nomadic person don't have any, they go where the resources are. We're talking about being a true nomad. You don't depend on the job. You don't need the Wi-Fi. If you nomadic, you don't need the internet. I know she thought it sounded cool to say, but you ain't nomadic. If your job say you fired tomorrow, what you gonna do? You quit, you done, you toast. So again, when I heard I'm nomadic, I heard chaos. I heard I'm chaotic. That's what I heard. I heard I don't want stability. That's what I heard. I heard I'm searching for myself, trying to find myself. I make a bunch of bad decisions when it comes to men. That's what I heard. When I hear nomadic, I see red flags. And it's an obvious red flag because the man asked her, was she Christian? And she said, yes, but. Again, a double-minded woman is unstable in all of her ways. Not some, not a few, not a couple, but all. And we know he double-minded.
I travel.
Okay. How do you feel about long distance?
I guess it would depend on the person.
So that means you're open.
Now, do you think he gonna be faithful? I got a question. Who thinks, now I'm assuming she wants a guy that's gonna be serious and all this. Who believes that he gonna be faithful? I don't even believe she'll be faithful, to be honest with you. But who believes that he'll even be faithful? And I wish y'all can go to the comments to see all these black women just oblivious to everything going on in this conversation. Like just, I'm talking about, oh, I hope they made it. What's going on? Can we find out? Oh, there's so much, just clueless. Clueless. Again, this is what I mean by wisdom and discernment. Now, this guy is not going to be good for her life. People can get mad all you want. He's not. The type of man that she needs is the type of man that ain't going to be, probably he ain't going to be Muslim. You say that right now. He ain't going to be Muslim. The same way she's willing to change her religion up for this man is the same thing that black folks did when it came to liberation theology. It's the same thing they did with the communists. When the communists came, presented that platter to black people, that's what they did. They switched it up. They said, we believe in Jesus, but what y'all selling? It's the same scenario played out. He came and said, I'm Muslim. He made a bold proclamation. My God is Muslim. My God is Allah. He was bold in what he said. She wasn't too bold. She wasn't as bold as him. So already we know in this relationship, he gonna be the dominant one. He gonna be the dominant one, not her. She already on the fence. She nomadic. She wishy-washy. She unstable, chaotic.
Into it. Absolutely. And I travel, so I can be where I want to be, you know?
For sure.
All right. All right, y'all. So is it going to be a yes for you for him?
Yes.
And is it a yes for you for her?
Yes.
This show is demonic. And listen, the ring right here in the nose, listen, ladies. That ring in the nose right there, that is a portal to Satan. I don't know what it is, but I've never seen a woman with this thing in her nose, and I looked at her as a quality woman. Never. If you got one of them things in your nose, take that ring out. I don't know what it is. That thing is demonic. I've never seen a righteous woman put that thing in their nose. I don't know why y'all wear it. It's like a sign of rebellion. Why do y'all wear them rings in y'all nose? I don't understand why y'all do that. It's not attractive. It gives off demon. Y'all be saying it's giving off demon energy. I don't like it. I do not like them rings in the nose, man. I've never liked it. It never sit right with my spirit ever. I don't know why y'all do that. But again, you listening to Satan, and Satan said, get the thing in your nose. Tell you, don't do it. Or it came from goddess culture. Let's continue.
Going to end up with the reality of her first female president without a single ballot being cast for her. She will come in without hands, and the Lord says that Obama is going to be right there with her, and we will see Obama in the White House again, no matter who says that it can't happen. And God says that Obama will be controlling Kamala Harris from day one, because she is being used as a cat's paw to lay all the groundwork for the new world order, and then she will be removed herself. So I brought this in, I think it was last year. The Lord says that you that go into captivity, or you that takes another into captivity, you yourself will be taken into captivity. And that is it. Whatever she participates in with Joe Biden to get him removed, to get him to fall out of office, it will be done to her as well, and fatally. So I spoke about the New World Order people, how none of them are actually loyal to the United States. They don't have American loyalties. And this is how they're already a step ahead of the game of the American people, who are full of patriotism, patriotic pride, patriotic myopia, meaning that they're so blind they can't see beyond their party, the shortcomings of their party. Politics is a poison in this country. And that is why I have always said that despite the types of prophecies that God gives me, I refuse to become defiled by it. Many of you are defiled by it, and this is why the Lord keeps up a wall of separation between yourselves and myself. What I'm carrying is of God. Should it become corrupted by your endless emails that you keep sending me and things like that, then I will also be corrupt and begin to become a speculator and a spectator and a guesser and a politics and prophecy expert, as are many out there. And then I will become a bent and broken tool in God's hand, and he would be forced to set aside something that he worked on for 11 years when you didn't know that I existed. And
now, I don't know this young lady. Somebody said celestial. I don't know how many of her prophecies have come true. I don't know. Most prophets that I know, they never have a solution. They just tell you what's going to happen, and for some reason, most time it don't happen. I don't know if again, I don't know her credibility, but I will say this: if society fell tomorrow, there would still be politics, because people are going to want to govern themselves somehow, some way. We are caught up in the illusion that what we're seeing in the world today isn't a result of human nature, but it is. We can start from scratch tomorrow, and you're going to have politics. Somebody's going to want to lead. Somebody's not going to want to lead. Somebody's going to want to be free and reckless. Somebody's going to be conserved and conservative. Like, it's just the nature of human beings. And so folks will come together and say, what's the best way to govern this large group of people? What should we do? Okay, let's have some do's and don'ts. No matter what we do, you always end up with this type of thing in society because of human nature. So again, I don't put too much stock in people talking about politics or this and that. It's going to be human nature. You can get rid of money tomorrow. It's still going to be poor people. It's still going to be rich people. It's just the nature of human beings. And so again, a lot of our thinking and thoughts are from communists. It's even a communist Marxist way of thinking, even to think that if you take down a system, another one won't emerge, or to even think that the system isn't a result of human nature. Society could collapse tomorrow. You're still going to have jails. You're still going to have laws. You're still going to have rules. Like everything you see present, you're still going to have it. To what degree? It could be worse. It could be better, but you're going to have it. I was told I'm not Christian because I vote. This is what folks believe, right? People believe that if they don't vote, that they are somehow in alignment with what God wants. So my question is, okay, say you don't vote. Okay, what's your plan of action? You know, I asked the Moors, I said, Moor, what are you going to do? What would you do if China came over and they waged war against the Moors? What are you going to do? Who's going to protect you? Morocco? No. So my question for a Christian is, or believer, so say there's a president and the president says, no Bibles. If you get caught reading the Bible, you're going to prison for life. What are you going to do? The person in charge says your child has to wear this LGBTQ flag on their school uniform. What you going to do? Oh, we got rid of homeschool. What you going to do? My question is, if you don't vote, I get it. But what is your solution? As a believer, you're not saying let's secede, let's separate, let's have a succession. You're not saying that. You're not saying, okay, these folks over here, these folks. No, you ain't doing what the Amish are doing. You are not doing what the Amish are doing, or even Nation of Islam, or even what the New Nuwabians did. You're not doing that. So when you tell me you're not voting and I don't see you doing what they're doing, I know it's cap. Like the Amish don't vote, but guess what? They also separated from society too. Y'all ain't doing that. So what y'all doing is y'all are saying, I don't vote, put your fist up, but then partake in everything the world has to offer. The cars, the clothes, the food, the vacation. You enjoy all the decadence of the world, but then just say, but I ain't voting. No, that ain't how that works. It's not how that works. So you not voting needs to be followed by you going on a horse and buggy back to your town or village, where y'all build your own houses and milk your own cows and make your own cheese and butter, make your own clothes. You ain't wearing designer stuff. You talking about I don't vote, but you got a Louis Vuitton bag on your shoulder. I don't vote, but you got on $1,000 shoes. I don't vote, but you hop out of a Mercedes. It's cap. If you're not going to vote, then what your lifestyles represent is a person that doesn't vote. I don't indulge in the world, period. But to not vote and still be a part of the world, I can't go with that. Now, I'm not saying that you got to vote. I'm saying that if you don't vote for the reasons you all give me, that you don't want to be a part of the system, then do what the Amish are doing. Give up all the nice clothes, give up all the luxuries, give up them weaves, them lace fronts, give those clothes up, give all that stuff up, and go be like the Amish. but you won't do it because that's going too far.
Why should he do that? And why should I allow that to be done? I shall not. He who leads to captivity will himself be led into captivity. As they do, these people have no love for their countries.
And I'm going to say this, right? Folks might not want to hear it. I don't mind being wrong. Guess what? I could be wrong. But I trust God enough to know where if I'm wrong, then let the Lord guide me in the right direction. I want to make the right choices, but I may make the wrong choice trying to do something right. That's life. But you're not going to convince me that you not voting is somehow a flex, because it's not. You are in a world, scratch that, you are in a country where everything is determined by politics. When it came to the snake bite, it was the president that said we're going to warp speed it. It was politicians saying take it or don't take it. Everything that happens in this country happens through politics. So unless y'all plan on saying let's separate from the system, then it's cap. Everything is involved with politics. Everything from the water come out of your local park, it's all politics. You can't escape it. Way back a long time ago, y'all asked for this. Y'all said we wanted a king. God said y'all don't need a king. Y'all said we want a king. And guess what? Y'all got it. Y'all got MLK. You got Malcolm X. You got Jesse Jackson. You got Al Sharpton. You got Marcus Garvey. You got Elijah Muhammad. Y'all been getting king after king after king after king. He been knock y'all across your head every time. I saw a report, I think it was CNN, that an estimated 30 million Christians plan to sit out this election. Either they don't like either candidate or because of Trump views on abortion. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't agree with abortion at all. And we shouldn't have abortion. What is the fair, and again, the abortion issue is really about what women want. Women want abortion. This is not a President Trump or Kamala thing. The average woman wants the option of abortion. I'm not putting this on Trump or Kamala. They got to appeal to the people. If either one of them said no abortion, it'd be a start an uproar. The media is saying that Trump said no abortion. That's a lie, and that's still causing problems. So again, women want abortions, period. We can dance around that issue. Women want it. Whether they have it or not, they want the option. Because women don't trust themselves to make quality decisions all the time. So they said, let me get the escape hatch of abortion. And also, this is the one thing that a man can't tell me what to do on. So again, women want it. This ain't a Trump or Kamala issue. This is what women want. This is a social decay issue. So the most fair thing to do is to let people vote on abortion. Since y'all want it, let the states decide. Let the states vote on abortion. That's fair. Y'all want it. I'm just saying. So if they don't want to vote, I respect it, but Trump had the same stance 4 years ago. Like, you know, people want abortion. And what we find ourselves doing, we find ourselves trying to get the leaders to make the people moral. The leaders are a reflection of the people. The leaders are a reflection of the people. So again, this can't be put on Kamala or Donald Trump. Women want abortions, and it's just that simple. Period. They want abortion. So no matter what they say, they want the option. Trump said, I've been taking garlic. Trump said that it's up to the states. And honestly, that's what it's supposed to be with everything. Let the states decide. Stop all this government overreach. What Kamala's asking for, what most black folks are asking for, what most folks that feel disenfranchised are asking for is expanded government. They're asking for communism. No. No. Let's continue.
Even gets worse. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is continuing its global push to support its so-called government-backed digital ID programs, and this time setting its sight on Kenya, where it will advise the government on that country's Maisha Namba digital ID initiative that is currently under development. So, according to a Kenyan news agency, Gates' role is assisting the Kenyan government in its development, and the rollout of Maisha Namba was announced after a recent series of the closed-door meetings with Kenyan President William Ruto. According to Biometric Update, Maisha Namba is supposedly expected to address different challenges, such as identifying and authenticating citizens, safeguarding primary registration documents such as birth certificates and national identity cards, and improving the management of the social programs and government operations. The project has been met with skepticism in some parts of the country. Rights groups have also been expressing concern over the possibility of discrimination and the erosion of privacy. But listen, I just told you in a very nice way. Now let me just put it blatantly to you. The program targets the birth of new babies. So once you have your baby, before your baby leaves the hospital, you no longer get a paper birth certificate, but then you get a digital one that is somehow implanted somewhere on somebody's body. Think about that, but have a listen to this.
The digital ID, which has been a big problem to us for a very long time, is now on a testing mode for the next 2 months. I have been assured by all the stakeholders, led by the ministries concerned, that by December, we will be able to launch digital ID, where every Kenyan don't have to carry any paper, plastic or otherwise, as an ID, that they should be able to be identified digitally using their iris or their fingerprints, and we can transact without the necessity of people struggling to identify who they are. And
I want you to think about getting the mark of the beast, and the reason is convenience. Not riches, not fame, not food, not water, not shelter, convenience. But they already set you up because they said, we're going to give you a hamburger to get this mRNA in your body. So now they're saying by December, they want to start putting chips in all the children in Kenya. Now, a friend of mine was talking about, is this the white man? Is Bill Gates making him do this? Is Bill Gates forcing him to do this? Is this the white man oppressing the African? It's a valid question. You can't say you're mighty kings and queens, but one white man can get you to microchip your whole nation. You can't tell me that you were the first to do it all, but then tell me that one white man can make you put the mark of the beast in your whole entire country. So is this oppression? He could have said no. That doesn't sound right. What does the chip do? He doesn't know. What does the chip do? Besides give information, what else does the chip do? Now remember, Bill Gates was funding a company that was trying to link the money, your digital currency, to your biometrics. So in other words, your money could only be spent by you. That means you could not transfer that money to anybody else. The money has to match your biometrics. So that means there's no inheritance. You can't leave it to nobody. You got to spend it all yourself. Now, this same Bill Gates that invested in that country wants to test this out on the entire nation of Kenya. But you want me to believe that Bill Gates is oppressing Kenya and their president. I say cap.
The proudest part of it is that we don't have to spend the billions that we have spent on all the other manenos, as all of you know.
We're taking things that are, genetically modified organisms, and we're injecting them in little kids' arms. We just shoot them right into the vein.
Kenya is in serious trouble. Now, for you to accept this, that means you're going to be completely surveilled and controlled. Think about it. So they have targeted the new babies, of course, even the ordinary citizens, the grown-ups, the young ones, the teenagers, and even the elderly ones will receive this digital ID. But they will then create a new generation where they'll be completely under this digital ID and they have no choice.
So just imagine you have this chip in your body and they can monitor everything. Everything. Remember I used to talk about the digital downloads, where they will be able to download protection into your body from certain Peter pandemics. All this stuff, and again, where'd they go to first? They didn't go to China. They didn't go to India. They didn't go to Russia. They didn't go to Europe. They didn't come to America. Where'd they go first? They went to Africa to get these chips. I don't blame Bill Gates. Bill Gates been Bill Gates for a long time. So this ain't on Bill Gates. We know who Bill Gates is. This is on the president of Kenya. This is his fault. William Ruto. William Ruto. Now, I want you to think about William Ruto getting no scrutiny. Nobody's going to say that William Ruto was wrong. He just made a deal with the devil in public, and nobody's going to say that he's wrong. They're going to blame Bill Gates. They're going to blame racism. They're going to blame police brutality. They're going to blame everybody except William Ruto. Now, think about what Satan has done. Satan has you all watching people that look a certain way make all these deals with him. And you saying we can't say anything because they look a certain way. Keep in mind, Bill Gates didn't go to France to do this. He didn't go to London. He went to Kenya. And guess what? Once these other African leaders found out how much money that Ruto got, guess what they're going to do? They're going to say, sign us up too. They will not receive any scrutiny. Let me see. 1 John 2:18. First John 2:18, little children, it is the last time, and as ye have heard, that Antichrist shall come. Even now are there many Antichrists, whereby we know that it is the last time. Little children, it is the last time, and as ye have heard that Antichrist shall come. Even now are there many Antichrists, whereby we know that it is the last time. So as we see, there's many Antichrists. And this is also grace from God. The many Antichrists show up so that you can know when the actual Antichrist appears. You should be able to spot them like easy. You should be able to look, okay, no, okay, false prophet, false. Let's continue. Let's continue.
In the next 90 days, we must have a digital ID. That digital ID has been traumatic for Kenya. We are all aware that there was another phantom project called Huduma Number. That Huduma Number was a complete fraud because we lost almost 15 billion shillings and got very little out of it. We must demonstrate in the next 90 days that it is possible for us to have a digital ID without spending 15 billion and without defrauding the people of Kenya. And those who did that should be ashamed of themselves. So, good people, we have a country to look after. It is our country. We must look after it. We must do whatever it is, whatever it takes to make.
Hold up. This man lost 15 billion shillings and he got reelected. How did you get finessed out of 15 billion shillings? Now listen, he didn't get tricked out of $1,000. He got finessed out of 15 billion shillings, and the people got away scot-free. How?
Make sure that Kenya moves forward. We must tap into the talent of these young people. It is the young people of Kenya that have made this a reality. And we must applaud the young people of Kenya for their talent, for their expertise. You know, this e-citizen has been built by Kenyans. Many people across the world, when I tell them we are going to have 100% digitized government services by the end of this year, they wonder. Many people, including from the developed world, never believed that we would do 5,000 government services.
Do you hear what this man just said? Do you hear what he just said? Let me play it again. Let me play it again.
Including from the developed world, digitized government services by the end of many people across the world, when I tell them we are going to have 100% digitized government services by the end of this year, they wonder. Many people, including from the developed world, never believed that we would do 5,000 government services in 6 months.
So imagine this man trying to prove to white people, that's what he's doing, that we can get our people, the whole government, chipped up in 6 months. Now, what sounds more likely? He's just a complete idiot with a milk dud head. He's a forefather of Ben Crump. Or the people told him, if you meet this quota, we got this much money waiting for you. Excuse me. You said it was $116 million. Well, $116 million in Kenya is a lot of money. $160 million in Kenya might be able to buy Kenya. So $160 million in Kenya is a lot of money. So it seems like to me, they asked this man, or not asked, they told him, if you can get 100% compliance with this chip in your government, we got something for you. These folks are sitting up here clapping. They have no clue of what's going on. Nothing. It is 2024 and people are more blind than ever. He wants to show the world that we could be the first to do it. So when I say that black people are going to usher in the Antichrist, this is what I mean. Every evil and wicked agenda has a black face attached to it. I'm not making this up. This man is literally saying He wants the entire government chipped up, and the goal really is going to be for the whole nation. Now, you do know those that refuse to get chipped, what's going to happen to them? What's going to happen to the Kenyans who don't want to be chipped up? Can someone help me out? What's going to happen to the Kenyans who don't want to get the chip? Kofi said prison. Jojo Mack said disappear. Paul said camps. Isn't it funny that if you don't want to get the chip, your punishment is a lot similar to what the Antichrist would do? Think about it. Think about Kenya and folks saying we don't want the chip and what they got to go through. This is what I mean by black people ushering in the Antichrist. This is just the beginning. We saw black folks in America, we saw all the prominent black people tell black folks to get that snake bite. We saw all of the prominent black people in America tell black folks to get that snake bite. They use fear, they use shame, they use threats, they use intimidation, they use bribery, they used everything. We saw it. Now, 4 years later, we see the Antichrist beast system on full display for the world in Kenya. And folks mad at Bill Gates, but they not mad at William Ruto. They mad at Bill Gates, but not William Ruto. Bill Gates can't do nothing without William Ruto saying okay. Now, do you think William Ruto asked the people of Kenya, do they want this chip? Do you think William Ruto voted and said, we're going to vote for the chip? No, he didn't. Let's continue.
A world-renowned company just told me they never also believed that this was possible. But it became possible because of the young people of the Republic of Kenya. Congratulations, Evid and your team. Congratulations, the people at the Ministry of ICT. Congratulations, the people at the Citizen Directorate and Citizen State Department. Waziri and your team, Pongezi, for providing the leadership and for proving that Kenyans can always do their thing and make our country.
So we see it. William Ruto won't get any scrutiny. They're going to point the finger at Bill Gates, police brutality, racism, systematic oppression, white supremacy, but they're not going to point the finger at William Ruto or Rotu, literally ushering in the Antichrist beast system into Kenya. Literally. Literally. Imagine No Color says, you are looking at the proof that black folks sold you. Listen, if that ain't proof that y'all, listen, let me put him up again.
In the next 90
If William Ruto ain't proof that y'all was sold into slavery, I don't know what is. It's all these years later, and he doing worse. At least if he say you into slavery, you can still find Jesus. Boy, you get that chip inside you, it's a wrap. At least when he sold you into slavery, you can still find Jesus. But they put that chip inside you, boy, it is a wrap. It's over. If you're looking for proof whether or not y'all got sold by these Africans, here goes your proof right here. They so couldn't wait to sell y'all. Couldn't wait to sell y'all. Let's continue. Couldn't wait to sell y'all. Let's continue. Let me play this real quick. Let me play this real quick. Let me just. Hold on, what is this?
Would you believe in the democratic vote, though? So would people be...
If I wasn't gay?
No,
Why not?
because I like black guys.
What do you love about black guys?
Stunning, gorgeous, beautiful.
Who do you think has it harder, black people or gay people?
I can't, like, play Trauma Olympics.
Would you rather date a black conservative or a white guy?
Has to be a liberal.
Even if they're like juicy black?
Yeah, even.
How come?
I don't do Republicans.
Would you date me if I wasn't gay?
No,
Why not?
because I like black guys.
What do you love about black guys?
Stunning, gorgeous, beautiful.
Who do you think has it harder, black people or gay people?
I can't, like, play Trauma Olympics.
Would you rather date a black conservative or a white guy?
Has to be a liberal.
Even if they're like juicy black?
Yeah, even.
How come?
I don't do Republicans.
Okay. I wanted to say this, right? And this is my theory on interracial dating. Most interracial dating happens between liberals. And let me give you an example. So let's say that the white girl likes the black guy. But aside from the attraction of the black guy, okay. What is the white girl's perception of the black guy? What's her perception? Her perception of him is that he is somehow fighting against a system. So he's already seen as someone that is strong and rebelling against the system because he's quote unquote black. That's an attraction factor. The problem is it's not real. Okay, how can I make this make sense? Without the propaganda, what really separates the white guy and the black guy would really be life views and aesthetics. So a girl may say, I like, darker skinned guys, or I like white, whatever. I'm saying that a lot of the attraction from these women towards black men is the perception they've been given of black men. That black men are out here having to fight every single day. That's attractive to a woman if she believes a guy's out there fighting against the system every day, but it's not true. Am I making sense? Am I making sense? So this is why I say that most interracial relationships are based on liberal ideologies. Okay, again, I'm saying that you can be attracted to anybody because attraction is just what you find attractive. I'm saying that this appeal of black men is from propaganda. It's not just attraction. It's not just he's handsome. He's handsome, also accompanied with, I believe he's a rebel. I believe he's a fighter. I believe he's a revolutionary. I believe he's against all odds, and he's still like, it's all of that attached to it too. It's not just he's just good looking. It's not just that. And so a lot of the interracial dating, when it comes to Black men, a lot of it is on a false premise and facade. So now even the girl that's doing it, dating the Black guy, she feels like she's even rebelling. She's even going against the status quo. She's even doing the right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the propaganda helps a lot. But you notice when these women of other races are talking about Black men, they are not talking about conservative Black men. When these women of other races say they love Black men, they are not talking about conservative, non-excuse-minded Black men. They are talking about liberal, weak-minded, victimized Black men. So that means that the attraction isn't for all Black men. It is for a certain sect of Black men, which happens to be the most. It happens to be most. Kofi says, slow down, Blanche. You're handing out cheat codes, and I'm trying to take notes to get me one of these wickities. But if you notice, when these other races of women rave about Black men, they are talking about the typical either commercial Black man, the propagandized Black man, the programmed Black man, the bliggity. They are not talking about the conservative, God-fearing, no excuse-minded Black man. So again, a lot of the attraction comes from the propaganda and programming, meaning that she believes that this Black man is somehow greater than other men because he's going through so much. When in actuality, he ain't going through nothing. When in actuality, he got it easier. When in actuality, he has it easier because he can always say, it's because I'm Black and get a pass. I'm just saying. Listen what she says. Listen to that. Listen.
Would you date me if I wasn't gay?
No,
Why not?
because I like Black guys.
What do you love about Black guys?
Stunning, gorgeous, beautiful.
Who do you think has it harder, Black people or gay people?
I can't like play trauma Olympics.
Would you rather date a Black conservative or a white guy?
Has to be a liberal.
Even if they're like juicy Black?
Yeah, even.
How come?
I don't do Republicans.
I know this guy does these skits, but what I'm saying is that what other races of women are mostly attracted to when it comes to Black men is the propagandized commercial version. It is what somebody said in here. Doug said the stereotype. It is. You don't hear these women raving about what conservative Black man has been called a sex symbol. What conservative guy that's Black been called a sex symbol? None. You have to have a bliggity mindset and be Black to be a sex symbol. You got to have a victim mindset. You got to have come from the struggle. You got to be fighting oppression. You got to be fighting against the white man. You got to it's a whole list of stuff. That's what most of these women are attracted to, is the propaganda version of a Black man. When they meet a Black guy, and think about when these type of women meet a Black guy and he tells them, America's not racist. They get offended. Like, just listen to them. They'll get offended. How dare you not be a victim? How dare you not be fighting against oppression? How dare you not be struggling? How dare you not want to fight for your people? They get offended. It's just something to think about. Kofi said she sounds like all the women before they attended their first Diddy party. She sounds like all of the women before they attended their first Diddy party. After that first Diddy party, they was done. They said, we done. I'm done. Oh, they said, we done with black men. We done.
To vote in women politicians. So would you believe in the democratic vote, though? So would people be allowed to vote in women politicians? So would you believe in the democratic vote, though? So would people be allowed to vote in women politicians?
Now, y'all over there fighting for Palestine, go over there and try to run. Y'all over there fighting for Palestine, go over there to Palestine with your regular clothes on, all y'all black folks. Don't do none of the traditions and the culture. Don't adhere to none of it. Go over to Palestine and let with your weaves out, go over to see what happened to you. Go over there to Palestine, how you are in America, and see what happened to you. And you fighting for them. Go over there, how you are in America, and tell them we here to fight for y'all and watch what happen to y'all.
So would you believe in the democratic vote, though? So would people be allowed to vote in women politicians?
Everybody knows that you put these women in charge, it's going to be a problem. Everybody knows. We've all seen it. Everybody knows. But what they want is for the world to be destroyed and just to say you were right. No.
Not president, but Vice President Kamala, right? She's asking everybody to donate $40. Let me give you a case in point how this is a bad idea. I hear a pretty woman asking for $40. And she got Megan up there twerking. What do you think niggas think for the 40? For the 40. For real. For the 40. You need 40?
What is the 40 and get you?
Exactly. I didn't want to say, what does my 40 get me? That's what killing is.
They out of control, man. Mace out of control for that. Mace is out of control for that.
Los Angeles, what are you wearing? Speaking of, the shoes go. What are your shoes?
Rick Owens.
Rick, oh, yo, can we see them? Those are adding inches on there. Are they hard to walk in?
They're actually really comfortable.
What's the pants?
Rick Owens.
Oh, damn, the double Rick on there. I got the Rick too. We got my twin right here. What's the belts?
So this is my friend Omboy.
Okay.
And then this is my friend Michaela.
Okay,
Her brand's
fire.
Ma.
Okay, shout him out. And then, is this Rick Owens?
This is Rick Owens.
Okay, is this Rick Owens?
No, this is also my friend Impact.
And then I see Knuckles right here. You got the little homie. What does he represent?
Knuckles is the black character of Sonic.
Oh, fire. What's the glasses?
The glasses are from iFi. They are vintage Dolce & Gabbana.
Okay. Are those Telfar earrings?
They're Telfar earrings, yeah.
Damn, I didn't even know they made those. You're on it. And then what do you do for a living to buy clothes?
I am an interior landscapist.
Oh, wow.
I model and I'm a barista.
Hell yeah, I do a little bit of everything. All right, appreciate you. Thank you.
Now, this guy just went through his whole outfit. He has on shoes that are $1,800, jeans that are $1,500. So let's just say total, his outfit is over $4,000. This same guy will try to convince you that he is oppressed. He has on over $4,000 worth of clothes. He's not a celebrity. And he will try to tell you that he's oppressed.
Hi, Los Angeles, what are you wearing? Speaking of, the shoes go. What are your shoes?
Rick Owens.
Rick, oh, yo, can we see them? Those are adding inches on there. Are they hard to walk in?
They're actually really comfortable.
What's the pants?
Rick Owens.
Oh, damn, the double Rick on there. I got the Rick too. We got my twin right here. What's the belts?
So this is my friend Omboy.
Okay.
And then this is my friend Michaela.
Okay,
Her brand's
fire.
Ma.
Okay, shout him out. And then, is this Rick Owens?
This is Rick Owens.
Okay, is this Rick Owens?
No, this is also my friend Impact.
And then I see Knuckles right here. You got the little homie. What does he represent?
Knuckles is the black character of Sonic.
Oh, fire. What's the glasses?
The glasses are from iFi. They are vintage Dolce & Gabbana.
Okay. Are those Telfar earrings?
They're Telfar earrings, yeah.
Damn, I didn't even know they made those. You're on it. And then what do you do for a living to buy clothes?
I am an interior landscapist.
Oh, wow.
I model and I'm a barista.
Hell yeah, I do a little bit of everything. All right, appreciate
Interior landscapist, a model, and a barista, and you will say that you are oppressed in America. Somebody said, Umaquad said, what in the heck is an interior landscapist? I have no idea. Maybe with plants. I don't know. What is an interior landscape? Do we have any interior landscapers in the building? Do we have any interior landscapers in the building? It's crazy. I guess maybe they set up plants of water. I guess it's crazy. You know what's sad? That it took, I want you to think about, let's just say the Civil Rights Act of 1964. So that would give us, it took Black people 60 years to be done. Think about that. 60 years. All it took was 60 years, and it's over. Think about that signature, and the end result of that signature is the whole black conglomerate selling out for Kamala Harris. $60 years. That's all it took. Right, Kofi? They said she was the worst VP ever. Now they're saying that she's the best thing since sliced bread. Umaquad says 60 years to come up with a Kamala Harris that just turned 60. The irony, it took 60 years. You're right. And Kamala just turned 60. It took 60 years. I think that Yuri Bezmenov was talking about, I think it was him talking about, you can do this in 20 years. You can achieve this in 20 years. Like you can subvert a society in 20 years. Like, but black folks had think about it. Black folks had 3 cycles though. Black folks had from 64 to 84. Let's just say that 84 being the drug era, crack and all that stuff, gangs and all that stuff. And then say 20 years from then, well, 2004, that's when you got I would say the music got crazier, the rap got crazier, with the trap music and all that stuff happened. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, you can see the 20-year blocks, what was going on. That's crazy. Sad. Was there an LGBTQ flag in there? Let me see. That's a good question. They got all the nation's flags up in there. I don't see an LGBTQ, but I wouldn't doubt if one was in there, though. I sure wouldn't doubt if one was in there. Yeah. All right, y'all. That's all I have for today. Miss Ree, thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Always supporting. OCAP, thank you so much for the super sticker. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Vintage Goods Willie, the Kizzy Kunte, the Kizzy Kunte ring. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Always supporting. Cruise Missile, thank you so much. Always supporting. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Y'all are a blessing, and I thank y'all. I'd like to thank Goddess Navi for moderating, and check out, and also Angel Wings, and she has her merchandise that she is selling. I put the website up, but I can't find it now. Way up in the chat, but Angel Wings is selling merchandise on her page. She put the link up, so y'all be sure to support her. Anyway, I love y'all, and I will see you all on Saturday. Take care. God bless.